Alejandro,
Yes, Sasha.
bom dias.
Oh, very good morning to you, mate.
How are you? Where about in Spain are you?
I'm in Elche, which is quite close to Valencia.
Oh, beautiful. Valencia. They used to have the Formula One race there.
Yes, and the Grand Prix of Europe as well there, yes. But not anymore. It
No,
was, well,
unfortunately. But at least you've got Barcelona.
oh, of course. Uh, maybe Barcelona is one of the few non-tilke tracks
Yes,
that they
thank
have.
goodness.
Sorry, question. Are we on air now?
Yes, we are live
Oh
on
my
air.
God.
We are live on
Okay.
air via the Skype machine. So, Alejandro, tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, I know that you are a photographer, but you also do Formula One photography. Is that right?
Well, no, not exactly.
Okay.
Just I'm a photographer, yes. And well, regarding Formula One, what I do is, I run a podcast, in Spanish, of course, which is, it's doing very, very well. It's been for 3 years,
Okay.
and I also write for several, some 5 or 6 different magazines here in Spain as well.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so and which I'm assuming you must be a very popular man if you're writing for so many publications.
Well, yeah, let's say I enjoy a certain, let's say, recognition. Yes, I
Ah,
enjoy that.
fan-
Quite thankful for that.
fantastic. Well, listen, what's your take on this weekend's Singapore Grand Prix?
Well, first of all, we're going to see another chapter of the Hamilton and Rosberg battle. Uh, Second, and well, today we had the surprise of Vettel's engine failure, which
Yeah.
resulted in an oil pressure problem that might put Vettel in front of a penalty because of if they had to change something in the power unit. So, and then we're going to see the battle with Williams, which I think are going to be the main contenders for the second spot on the grid. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I must say, I mean, first free practice is always quite difficult to analyze, but Williams didn't really show their hand too well this morning, but they should be right up there. And Fernando Alonso, yet again, in free practice one, coming out with something quite incredible. I don't know if maybe they just put half a liter of fuel in the engine, but he does look very racy. But unfortunately, when it comes to tomorrow, free practice 3 and qualifying, the Ferrari lets him down again.
Yeah, well, gossip says that Ferrari always excels on P1, but then it is because the a low fuel configuration. So just take it or leave it. There is something to say about Ferrari in a bit, but no, I don't think that Ferrari will do very well this Grand Prix, really.
Yeah,
Um, What's also worrying in Spain is, and maybe somewhere else, is Alonso is very, very upset with some Italian media that he says that they are releasing rumors that really harm the team. Do you remember earlier this week someone wrote about a swap between Alonso and Vettel, and
yeah.
between Red Bull and Ferrari. Okay, well now he's blaming the media, and he's threatening to say, okay, now I'll be the one that starts the rumors now.
Yeah, listen, I think with everything that's going on at Ferrari at the moment, I think people's emotions are getting quite high. But yeah, I think he's unfortunately in the crossfire because everyone is waiting to see whether or not he's going to continue with Ferrari. Is he going to move? Because he's got so much talent, and unfortunately, Ferrari are letting him down. Unfortunately, every year.
Yes, this is the, let's say, the fifth year that he's going to be with Ferrari, and the highest he achieved was number two position in 2010.
Yeah.
So, and it's so disappointing because everybody thought that when he arrived in Ferrari, we all thought that the mixture between Alonso and Ferrari will actually make an unbeatable pair, which and it didn't prove that way. And the fans as well, they waited 1, 2, 3, 4 years, and nothing's happening. Besides now, we had all these changes in Ferrari. First, it was Marmarin, then it was Domenicali, now it's Montezemolo going out, and nobody knows really what's going to happen in the future. So it might, well, McLaren is interested. They had openly said that, they recognize that. So let's see what happens, because Alonso is not going to be young forever.
Yeah, that's the thing.
His time will by. Yes, his time will go by, and he wants another trophy, because money, he doesn't need any money, because he's handsomely paid. He's above 20 million euros a year just on salary. You have to add something like maybe 25 million more in advertisement. So his main problem is having a decent seat that in which he can compete.
Yeah, I think, it's quite a tough one for him, because he knows that Ferrari have got their issues, but they're working on things, and then you've got to put your belief in what they can do. On the other side, he could take a big risk by going to someone like McLaren with a Honda engine, which people will assume will be very good, but it might not be, and then he's got to rebuild the team, etc., etc. So it's a question of, does he take that big risk of going to McLaren, or does he sit and put his faith back, or keep his faith in Ferrari? So it's a tough one for him, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And you asked me about Williams.
Yes.
2 minutes before, and but last Grand Prix was a very, very good Williams performance, but it didn't do very well in free practices. So I'm keeping my faith on Williams.
Yeah, listen, me too. I mean, I love the fact that Felipe got the podium in Italy, but Valtteri Bottas is just such a magnificent racing driver.
Fantastic, really. He's a very, very pleasant surprise. Yeah. And it's also very nice to see Williams back in the top, which, 2-3 years ago, we never thought that this could happen.
I must say, I mean, I think everybody who knows anything about Formula One will always have a soft spot for Williams. So we're in those very lean years, and I mean specifically last year as well, it's just great to see them clawing their way back up and getting better and better. And I think it bodes well for their future.
Absolutely. And also I think that if the driver market makes a move, I think that more than one team will be interested in Valtteri for next year.
Oh, that's for sure.
To be honest.
Yeah, that's for sure. This weekend, of course, we see it as the big fight between Lewis and Nico. Out of those two, which do you think will do the business this weekend?
Oh, very good question. Because both drivers have proved that they both sometimes they crack under pressure, and because Hamilton, we remember not many years ago he had problems with when he felt the pressure in the cockpit. So my guess is going to be Hamilton's for this weekend. But I don't know in the future. This is we just started, and there's something that not many people are looking at, and it is that Mercedes is quite close to break some, get some penalties in the near future, because they've been using the power unit and the replacement, the parts a lot. So they're quite close to start suffering penalties.
Yeah, I think, listen, most of the teams, I think the last 3 or 4 races are going to be very interesting as to who's going to have to run with new kind of power units and engines. So this title chase is by no means over, that's for sure.
Absolutely, and I think the penalties will be the issues that will decide a championship, especially in drivers. Yes, whoever takes more gets more penalties, and they are actually quite close to get them between Hamilton and Rosberg. He will lose the championship. Absolutely.
Yeah. Very, very good point. Alejandro, it is fantastic to talk to you. I think we should make this regular and talk before every Grand Prix if you're available.
My pleasure, Sasha.
It'd really be good. And it's great to have you on board listening to us all the way from Spain as well. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. And hi, everybody in South Africa. This is, wow, amazing.
Fantastic.
So whatever you want, just give me a call.
Wonderful.
Cheers.
Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the Grand Prix.
You too, Sasha.
All right.
Cheers.
Ciao. There we go. Alejandro, which is actually my name, Daisy. My name's Sasha, but in Russian, it's a Russian name. And if you translate it into English, it's Alexander.
Oh, my goodness.
So Alejandro and I have the same name.
No wonder you love Formula One together.
It's amazing, eh? Unbelievable. Just, brilliant people.
GearsOnBalls.co.za with Sasha Martinenko and Daisy Fensham. Weekdays 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.